Welcome to Algebra Online, and here's our first example of how to solve a quadratic equation like this using the method of factoring. Now notice that the coefficient in front of the x squared is not equal to 1, so that makes it a little bit more difficult. So let's try to use the FOIL method to solve this. So we draw a cross here. In the front here, we write all the possible combinations to get a 6. So for example, we get 6 times 1. And maybe 3 times 2, 2 times 3. And there goes our kitty cat complaining about something. It's our old kitty. All right, and then we have a 1 times 6. Now also notice that there's a negative sign here, so when I factor this, I know that the signs will have to be positive and negative because the product of two numbers can only be negative if one of them is negative, not both, not 0, but one of them. So that means I need to account for one negative sign, and to get the number 5, I can either get 5 times 1 or 1 times 5, but we don't have to use both combinations because we already have all the possible combinations on the left side. So here, I'm just going to put in the here we're going to have a positive 5, negative 1, or negative 5, positive 1. So we only have to worry about the possible combinations on the sign. Okay, now let's think about it strategically because there's a lot of trying that would go on here unless we think about it in a more strategic fashion. Notice that the middle term is a positive 13. That's a fairly high positive number. So I'm not going to get that by multiplying 1 times positive 5 and then a 6 times a negative 1. I need a big number. For example, 3 times 5 gives us 15. That gets us close to 13. And of course, the other one will be a negative multiplication. So I'm beginning to suspect that this may be the right combination because 3 times 5, and of course, the products go this way. 3 times 5 is plus 15. 2 times a negative 1 gives us a negative 2, which looks like it adds up to a positive 13. In other words, 3 times 5 plus 2 times a negative 1, well, that would be equal to 15 minus 2, which is 13, which of course is the middle term that I have, and that gives me the combination I need to factor this. So then after all, I can say that the factored form will be 2x plus 5 and 3x minus 1. So 2x plus 5 and 3x minus 1 is the factored form of that trinomial. Now that I have a product of two binomials multiplied and set equal to 0, that means that either 2x plus 5 is equal to 0 or 3x minus 1 must equal 0. Again, that's by the property of multiplication, so you get zeros. And then we solve for x. In this case, that would be 2x equals negative 5. It changes sign when I cross equal sign. So x equals minus 5 over 2, which is one solution. Or here I have 3x equals a positive 1, and then I divide both sides by 3. I can then say that x equals 1 over 3. And there are the two possible solutions, or not just possible, those are the two solutions of the quadratic equation at hand. That means that is where the function crosses the x-axis when x is equal to negative 5 over 2, and when x is equal to 1 over 3. So that's why we have those two possible solutions to the quadratic equation. And that is how it's done.